total haul. We have got a assortment of stuff in this box and some stuff in this bag, which is going to be part of the Tetsu Towers collection. So let's have a look at what we got. Welcome to a short video that's part of the Tetsu Towers collection. This is a, what do people call these things? Like a haul reveal? I don't know. An unboxing. It's a mishmash of both of those things. I want to do this quite quickly. So this is an assortment of prehistoric animal figures obtained from everything dinosaur, and I'm going to unbox them and reveal them and talk about the pieces now. We'll start with this, and you can probably already guess what it is from the box. This is the deluxe collector large Jark. Jark is a middle Jurassic long-tailed pterosaur from Skye off the coast of Scotland, published in 2022 by my associates and colleagues Natalia Jagielska et al. And this is part of a range of quite large pterosaurs that CollectA produce. They're all really good, and as you can see, they come pretty well wrapped, so they will not get their snouts and tail tips damaged in transit. Now this is a great looking figure. I know exactly what it looks like. I just haven't obtained it before. There's a huge number of anatomical details to talk about, which I'm not really going to cover right now, but it's pretty up to date in terms of what they've done with it. So for example, we thought until quite recently that pterosaurs of this kind, the so-called rhamphorhynchoid-like pterosaurs, the long-tailed pterosaurs, we thought that their finger claws used to project to the side. They're three fingers. But trackways have demonstrated that they actually pointed forwards. That's an accurate feature. I'm not going to take the padding. No, I can do it. I was going to say I couldn't do it without cutting it. I do have a cutting device. I can do it. So beautiful color scheme, really nice detail on the wing membranes. A criticism I have of this is that they have made it look too birdy in the Rhamphotheca covered jaws here. They've basically given it a bill as if it's a bird like a gannet, with these like really prominent grooves and everything. But and also this color scheme is very gannet-like. I would say too gannet-like. But what a great figure. Mobile lower jaw. It's big. It's accurately proportioned. It's a really great addition to that CollectA Deluxe pterosaur range. I also have here some new PNSO marine reptiles. I'm a huge fan of the PNSO figures. Of course, they do incredible dinosaurs, but they also do quite a few marine reptiles, mosasaurs, ichthyosaurs, and others. And new to the range is this tracheosaurid Tanystrophian archosauromorph Dinocephalosaurus. Now, of course, most people that are aware of prehistoric animals know about Tanystrophius, the remarkably long-necked Triassic Tanystrophiid tanisaur. But in the 2000s, this animal, Dinocephalosaurus, was named, and it's kind of similar to Tanystrophius, but also very different. Tanystrophius has 13 super elongate neck vertebrae. Dinocephalosaurus has something like 28, so a completely different configuration in terms of how its neck works. And it seems that super long necks evolved in this group of animals, the Tanisaurians, twice independently. Once in Tracheosaurids, a group that includes what were formerly called the Dinocephalosaurids, and again in Tanystrophiids. So, as you'd expect for PNSO, this is a remarkably detailed, really nice model. Wow. It's engaging in kind of like an open mouth lunge there. It doesn't look like this PNSO figure has the little display stands that are typical for PNSO figures. But I do know that the second PNSO figure that I have here does. This is each one of the PNSO figures has got like a pet name. Yuan Lin, that's the name of the individual. They've made that up themselves, and this is a Guanlingsaurus from the Guanling biota in southern China. It's a Triassic Shastasaurian ichthyosaur. A lot of these Shastasaurs were quite big, animals of over, say, 6 meters long. They were predatory. and PNSO have just released 2 Shastasaurians, Gujuichthyosaurus and Guanlingsaurus. Now, I actually ordered Gujuichthyosaurus and they've sent me the wrong one, but I'm going to let them off because I was going to get the Guanlingsaurus anyway at some point. So quite a bit of packaging, as is typical. And wow, what a gorgeous figure. Now it comes with, as is standard for PNSO, comes with display stands. You have to assemble them, which is minimum amount of effort, like thus. And your figure is now elevated in your display, which is just brilliant. So an excellent PNSO ichthyosaur. What else do we have in the box? Well, I also went and got the other CollectA Deluxe prehistoric animal figures that have been recently released. Now, one of the most amazing and exciting groups of fossil Cenozoic birds, kitty down. Mochi, this is Mochi, our ragdoll. Mochi, you're not allowed on the table, and you're certainly not allowed close to CollectA Deluxe pterosaur figures. I'll keep an eye on him. Yeah, one of the most amazing and exciting Cenozoic bird groups are the Forest rachids, the so-called terror birds. There are only a handful of figures of them, and when they come out, basically as a collector, you got to get them, because what an incredible group of animals. So CollectA have just released this figure of the eponymous Forest rachid, Forus rachis inflatus, or inflatus, I don't know how you say it, named by Florentino Amagino in the late 1800s. Mochi, down, Mochi. And there you go, that's a pretty good figure. It's got a fairly muted colour scheme. There's a long history of people making these animals look something like secretary birds, giving them dark black and white colour schemes. But Forest rachids are close relatives of the living Seriamas, and this has been given a Seriama-like colour scheme. I'm not super keen on what they've done with the wings. I can't quite figure out exactly what they're playing at. It looks like they've given it very truncated or absent primaries at the leading edge, and the kind of way the feathers are folding up in the proximal part of the wing is slightly weird. I really like the head. The bill in particular is really nice. Not super keen on the texture they've given it, this like midline crest. It should instead have something that's more like a sort of dorsal crest. And they've also given it feet with an enlarged and slightly raised digit 2 claw. A really nice touch is there's a fossil of some form on the base there. It looks like I don't know, a big reptile tooth or something, big conical tooth. That's a nice touch. So there you go, the new CollectA Forus rachis. This is also part of the CollectA Deluxe range, another very charismatic big prehistoric animal. This is the giant short-faced bear Arctodus. And for such an incredible famous animal, it's weird that hardly any figures, well, I don't think any figures exist of this animal until now. This colour scheme very much reflects the fact that Arctodus is a Tremarctine bear related to the living spectacled bear. That's why they've given it this kind of striking, not black and white, but dark grey and whites. So yeah, very short-faced. Standing on its back legs, this bear would have been something like, I don't know, 4.5 meters tall, absolutely ridiculously huge. So pretty cool to have that as a figure. And then I think finally among the box haul, we have a Dicynodont. There aren't many Dicynodont figures. Dicynodonts are stem mammals. They are a group of mostly beaked, well, they're all beaked herbivores or omnivores, many of which had projecting big tusks as well as a beak. And Placerius is a late Triassic animal from the southwest of the United States. It's a big animal. It would be about 1 meter tall at the shoulder. And it joins the very small number of Dicynodont figures that are already out there. Some of you will know there's a big Lysowiczkia figure. It's a giant Polish Dicynodont. There's a handful of others. I think that's it from the box haul. But I also have a collection of smaller animals made by various companies that I went to some trouble to get hold of today. I've been after these for a while. The new CollectA Pygmy Hippo. These are all new or new-ish. The CollectA Cuttlefish. I generally avoid invertebrate figures, but I do like cephalopods, so I couldn't not get that. It's a brilliant figure, that really striking colour scheme. CollectA Mute Swan. I'm a real sucker for wildfowl or waterfowl. If I see good figures of them, I have to get them, so I couldn't not get this new swan. Another CollectA badger. Now, I collect, I get all the badgers I see, and I don't think I have that one, but I'm not sure. It's one of those figures that's at the sort of like in the price range where you're not too bothered if you already have it, I suppose. This is something I've been after for a while, the CollectA Takahi. I'm really pleased to have finally gotten hold of that. And for my sins, I collect fish figures, and I'm always excited to see figures of new fish, and I've been after this for a while. This is also by CollectA. This is a CollectA blobfish. Now, blobfishes are part of the Lophiforms, the anglerfish group, and I really don't like this figure because this is what blobfish look like when they're dead and they're on land and they're all collapsed. This is not what they look like when they're alive. I kind of wish they'd made a blobfish that looks more like a living one. So this is kind of like a comedy figure, but nevertheless, there you go. I've now got it and it's part of my fish collection. So there you go. That is a new haul of pretty cool, almost entirely CollectA figures with the exception of 2 PNSO ones. Thanks for watching and hope to see you in other videos that we do.